Here are the rules. At the start of each game, we spin a random wheel of tribes to determine what we will play. Whichever tribe we land on, we have to try and finish the game with at least 5 of that tribe on board. If we place in the top 4 and we do not have at least 5 of that tribe on board, we must instantly concede our next game. The final goal is to get 8,000 MMR.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Wheel of Tribes. So welcome back to the series. It seems last episode had positive feedback and people enjoyed the idea, so let's continue spinning. So for our first game of this episode, we rolled Murloc on the wheel, and we're playing Tavish. It's just decent tempo to begin with. We buy a couple of Undead AFKs, pretty big already, get some nice 3 drops from her passive. We managed to tie that, seems quite lucky, and we go up and buy the health damage spell. Buy some more Undead next turn, just because it's tempo, it's what the shop's giving us. We're just trying to stay alive so we can get to higher tiers and find the Murlocs that we need. Rat King has a tiny board and we beat him easily. Still low elo, so people aren't going to be the best and they're not going to have the best boards. I think we can just level and buy the knight here. And we're looking pretty stacked. We get a triple on the knight, looking pretty stacked if we were playing Undead, but unfortunately we're not. We face AFK again this time, and it looks like this time she's going to get her revenge on us. She's quite a lot bigger. I assume she's still tier 3 at this point, and we're tier 4, so she's obviously going to be bigger. She had a good start as well, but we managed to minimise damage a bit. Not so bad. We only take 9. We're still above cap. And I assume, yep, we get the triple here, see what we hit into the KT. I mean, we're looking for Murlocs really, but I suppose we'll take a KT at this point. We're against the dead person. We buy the Elise, put the KT next to the skull so we can get a triple from it next turn. And get anything good. Game really wants us to play Undead here. If only we hit Undead on the damn wheel. But no, we take the Stomper just for a bit of tempo. And then we see the base kill, which I'm considering getting for our transition into Murlocs. But no, we go for the tier 6 minion. We hit Murkai, which is great if we had the Primal Fin Battlecry, but we don't. Still something, I suppose. And we sell 2 for the base kill. And then I guess we just play the Stomper and get the triple off the KT next turn. We got a 65% loss against Tamsin, but oh yeah, straight away they hit into our Stomper. Pretty unlucky really, but I mean at least we weren't favoured, so I can accept a loss here. If we were favoured, it'll be a bit more annoying. So we take 11, we're on 6, pretty close to death right now, but we get the triple from the skull. Let's see what we get from that. Take the gas coiler just for tempo, a dragon for tempo, and there's the bream counter. So now we can start stacking the bream. We end up not playing it this turn, just to try and win the fight, and we do. We level, find a scour fin, magma lock. They're alright, but again, not great. I think we look in the battle cry here. Battle cry spell to see if we can find the primal fin, but no luck there. I mean, it's turn 12, no primal fin. It's reminding me of the Murloc game last episode. Last season, what am I on about? So we play the bream counter just because we need tempo here, and play double gas coiler with a dead Stomper. We hope that's enough. But no, he's too big. And we take 5th place here. Not the best, but again, we didn't see a Bran, we didn't see a Primal Fin, we didn't see Rylak. They're all pretty key. So in the next game, we end up rolling Naga on the wheel, which I'm quite excited about because I like playing Naga, but also I feel like they're not great. We get the Swabby because we're planning on going 3 on 3, but the shop's actually quite good. We get a Lurker and whatever that other thing's called. thing that gives health. But Yasharaj is too big for us this turn, so we're going to lose there. We take the shell collector, and then we can use the coin from it to go up, because it was discounted from the swabby. We buy a rampager for some tempo, and the just hold the money basically. A 4% win here, 50% to tie though. Well, 45. See if we get the tie. Yeah, we managed to get the tie, which is nice. Preserve some HP. We're going to level again, and I assume just hit the button. 4 digs left, so 3 after that. And we sell for the Nightbane. Nightbane's good here because it gives attack, and we have a minion with high HP but no attack, so if it gives its attack to the Reef Riffer in combat, then that's nice. We roll and get nothing. Chef's choice, you get the Deep Sea Angler. Pretty crap, but at least it's a pair. And a 5% win here. That's a nice hit at the start from the Nightbane. Makes our Rampager a 14-10. But it looks like none of them want to hit into it. So we could have nearly tied that, but no. We level again next turn. I think we'll probably hit the button, and then next turn we can get a minion. Oof. And we actually get the triple on the Spell Naga into Lord of Gains. Pretty nutty. Buy the other Spell Naga that gives you a spell every time it's hit in combat, well, a maximum of 3 times, and then we taunt them both up, so we make sure we get max value from them. And I assume we just played Lord of Gains. Roll maybe? Oh no, we probably play the Spell Panda, yeah. Discover a tier 6. Yeah, what do we get from that? Another Lord of Gains. There you go, you just got to be good at the game. That's a pretty crazy turn. We get a golden Taunt Naga that gives us spellcraft and 2 Lord of Gains in 1 turn. Yeah, the game's looking pretty GG at this point. This guy's just feeding us spells. We get a full hand of spells from this. How many do we get? We get 6 from the golden one and 3 from the other one, so yeah. 9 spells in hand. We don't do much apart from cast the spells and level that turn, but because we're so strong, we can level fine. Next turn we hit a triple on the Riffer here, which I assume we're going to take. Given our luck, it's probably going to be another Lord of Gains. Let's see. Never lucky. I think we just take the bull here, best tempo, none of them really do anything for our comp. And then we just farm spells again in combat. Here we're going to use, we have a Devour in hand, which I think we discovered. So we're just buffing up the bull with all the spellcrafts, and then we're going to eat it, and then that makes the stats permanent on other units, which is a nice little trick you can do. See what it hits, goes on the Lord of Gains, which is perfect. And then we're just rolling, take the overconfidence because we're so strong and it's a good spell, take the Myrmidon because it's great to buff on board, and we hit a triple Lord of Gains, nice. And also there's another Myrmidon in shop, which I assume we sell the Discover a Tier 2 Naga, Discover a Tier 2 Spell Naga for. So this guy, I mean, he's not weak, but we kind of popped off this game. I think this new Naga is pretty good actually. Like, if you have Lord of Gains and this Naga, you're getting like a minimum of 3 spellcrafts each turn. If you just have the normal one, and then with the golden one 6, like, it's a lot of buffs from Lord of Gains. So it works quite nicely with it. Discover a golden touch. See what we hit. Don't hit the Myrmidon, unlucky. And we get another Lord of Gains from it. So I'm thinking about selling. Yeah, we get out of the non-golden one because we find a Silvervass in shop as well, so we don't need it. And then yeah, you can see this turn we're just basically rolling. buying any cheap spells we can, using them. I mean, with double order gains, that's what you basically want to do. This guy's board is not even that bad, but we're just like 10 times bigger than him. We do 30, so he's still alive for one more turn. Just another turn of rolling, playing spells, not much to it. But there's nothing this guy can do with Beast that's going to beat me at this point. I mean, even if he goes full scam, he's going to have a hard time, so I'll just let the final 5 play out. So I'm starting to feel a bit more confident about the challenge after that game. We absolutely annihilated everyone. Admittedly, we did get pretty damn lucky, but sometimes you just got to be lucky to win. Just get plus 300 for that. And what do we roll in our next game? We get Demons, and we have a choice of Barov, Jandis, or the other Barov, the betting guy. And with Demons, Jandis is pretty damn good. So we go 3 on 3 here, and we find the attack buffer in shop, which is like the best 3 drop you can get on turn 3, so it's perfect. This guy's looking pretty big. Yeah, we take the loss there. Could have tied it, but no. And we find the Faithless Disciple, which is pretty interesting on Jandis, because you can just swap like that, and then use it again, and then next turn we can swap it again and create a 6 drop, which will hopefully be good. Play the Overconfidence. We've got 77% chance win, but their first hit went straight into our Bramble, so yeah, we actually end up losing this fight, which is annoying with the Overconfidence running. We find the slimy Fellblood thing, good for buffing shop. I assume we take Picky Eater here because we're going to buff the shop a bit. Oh, nearly miss out on 2 health on that, but we remember at the last second, and we transform into a 6 drop. What do we get? Elemental Surprise. Not the best, but it's alright tempo. We'll take the oil as well, because we don't really have anything else to do. Now we've got both of these will triple with the elemental. I didn't really want to take it, but I wanted to swap that back in shop. We're against the dead guy, so I think I'll probably just end up just holding the triple in hand for next turn and then leveling and playing it, so we get a 6 drop. Yeah, that's what we do. See what we get. Cultist is pretty good. We're playing Demons anyway, so, and we'll just swap that back in the shop for some extra health. Extra health to shop, that is. We taunt up the golden Fellblood. This guy's looking quite strong. Yeah, we take damage from that. We end up buying the Labourer. I'm not entirely sure why, but it's alright. I sell the Bramble there, where I probably should have sold that Dragon, because the Bramble had fairly large stats, so. But we get another triple here on the Fellblood. It means we won't be able to swap it anymore, but I think it's worth it. Useless. Probably just take the Summoner, so it can, yeah, give more revenge for the Labourer, and it's just the best tempo there. This guy gets the Divine Shield onto his, what's it called? Not Kalagos, Taragosa. Lucky for him, but it looks like we were probably going to lose anyway. See if we can farm, yep, if we can farm some demons from the Labourer. It's going well so far. Perfect hits. Survived. And we bring back the golden Fellblood, which is pretty nice. It means we get double the amount of attack. So overall, that definitely could have been a worse loss. We'll take it. We end up buying a Mind Muck next turn. Oh, and we roll the Fellbore in shop, which is really good. And then we can end up swapping the Mind Muck for extra stats. Get rid of all the useless minions there. Swap into a Leroy, which is alright. And just mind muck again. Just going to try and make a big Felbow here, and then I guess taunt it so he gets brought back from the cultist. And we find a false implicator in shop, which is definitely a buy. And I was tempted there to freeze for the Drakari, but I don't think it's worth it. We've got the Felbow, so we can just play like spells. Give a little buff on the Felbow because it's probably the one going to be reborn. Or too strong, it doesn't even come back. We take the Gladiator because it's 2 spells, which is like great for the Felbow. Swap it back, get another 2 spells, and then I assume we take the Implicator here. And the spell, just because it's basically a 1-cost spell for the Felbow. And then we probably eat both the minions in the shop here, and then roll. I have to sell that, yeah. Sell that, roll. Use the other 2 spells and play the Implicator. Now we're looking kind of juiced. Yeah, we end up dealing 15 to that guy. Then we roll the Shell Elemental, which is great. When you have a buff shop, Shell Elemental's fantastic. We end up swapping the Shell Elemental with Hero Power. We're basically just trying to make a massive Felbow here. We've got 3 minions left in shop, just enough for the Felbow to eat 1 and then the Implicator eat the other 2. And we're going to level and swap the Shell Elemental again, just to get the extra stats. So because you get 2 spellcrafts instead of 1. We knock out Omu there. We buy the Rodeo Performer just for the spell. Oh, and we get Cupcakes, which is really good. I think we just end up using Cupcakes on this shop. Otherwise it would be awkward with the Implicators. End of turn would, like, we've only got 1 gold, so we need to eat this shop and then roll. Otherwise the Implicators wouldn't eat. And I guess we just use the 2 Shell Elemental spells on the Yulon, I guess, because that's the highest stats there. We're against dragons. He's got quite a big Terragosa there, but I don't think it's going to do anything to us really. 99% win. Bring back the massive Felbow. GG. I wasn't really worried about that game. Jandis with demons is pretty OP. So we roll again. Next game, what do we get? Beasts. Oh dear. I think Beasts is the worst tribe in the game by far at the moment. Like, they're alright tempo early, but they have no late game. Like, I suppose you could maybe try and play Goldrun with them, but they just seem to get outscaled from everything. So we decide to go 3-on-3 here. We're just buying stuff for tempo here. We take the bandit because we've got the coin in hand, so we get 3 blood gems a turn. Looks like somehow we're actually favoured on this fight. I guess because he bought 2 swabbies. So yeah, we actually end up winning. I feel like we're quite lucky to not take damage there. Yeah, we buy the tough task just for tempo. It's Divine Shield. We're gonna have blood gems. Just stack it up so we don't lose any more combats. 100% winner against the Rat King. Nice. We level and just buy the Piper because we're generating gems at the moment. Next turn we get the Reef Riffer, see if we can find a good beast to start our beast game. Goose isn't really good enough at this stage of the game, so we just take the Gambler for money. Hopefully we can roll into something. Or do we just, yeah, we just end up leveling here, playing the Gambler and holding it. And now we're fighting Omu, who has like the fully decked out fucking beast board that we need. If only we were Tess right now. We'd steal the whole board, but no. And they're strong, so we take damage from that as well. It puts us under cap. We find a Rampager, armor, and the mech horse, which puts us again over cap and lets us find some beasts at least. Now we've started playing beasts at least a little bit. And we end up beating Zephyrus easily. We freeze the Lasher in shop, which is a good beast minion. And we find the Sky Blazer, very lucky. That's like the most important piece of beasts. I'm not quite sure why they moved it to tier 5 when it was already, beasts were already weak. So we take the bird, play the Lasher, see how we do in this fight. 50% chance to win and we lose, so that means we go under damage cap, not great. Here I decide to play a blaster with a bird, which is maybe stupid because the blaster just killed the bird straight away, but I was hoping that we'd get to attack first. But I'm basically just trying to do the most damage to my beasts so the Blazer can, Sky Blazer, whatever it's called, the bird thing, can buff the most stats, but yeah, he's just too big for us. We transitioned into beast late, we couldn't really find anything because Omi had all the beasts early, so I believe we end up dying here. Yeah, we end up dying, taking 5th. Yeah, we got 5th. Not great, but you know, this beast's what you're gonna do. And for the last game of the video, we nearly rolled Pirates, and we had Captain Hogger as one of the champion picks, but it said it was Undead, not Pirates, which is a bit annoying. We get the Swabby start on Galewing, which is really good. We take a Discover minion from our first hero power, and then go 3 on 3. I'm thinking about taking their health for money, but I decide against it. From our Discover, I mean, normally I would definitely take Fellblood every single time, but I'm thinking about taking the Murloc because we're playing Undead, so I think overall it's better. We don't really care about having buffed attack in shop when we're playing Undead, whereas we are going to have more revenge, things dying. We buy the Scourfin and hold the Courier just because it's got decent stats in hand. Get the buff. Obviously, Galacron does a lot of damage to us, but it's expected. And we buy the Rider. I think we buy the hand buffing Murloc and keep that in hand. Yep. And then chuck a taunt on the Scourfin just so it dies every combat. 100% win against Scabs. The Scourfin dies though, which is nice, so we have a slightly bigger Murloc. And we level and buy another one of those mechanic Murlocs, I don't know what the hell they're called. Hold it in hand for that fight and buff it. We're quite strong in terms of stats now, so we just level again. And this time we beat Galacron easily. We're not holding anything in hand because we just need stats on board because we're like leveling aggressively. So we win that, and then yeah, we decide to level again because our hero power is to discover a minion from that tier, and if we're on tier 6, you know, we can discover KT and stuff like that. We managed to not lose whilst leveling to 6 aggressively, which is pretty lucky. Let's see what minion we discover. They're all pretty useless with Undead. I could play Grey Mains for a bit, but my whole board's basically odd, so... But we've got a Morose in shop, which we're obviously going to take. Start building towards Undead. And the champion of the Primus, I assume we take. Feels like a bit late. I'm considering Earth Mother, but I don't think it's worth it. We're pretty much getting rid of everything there. And we roll into another champion, so we can play 2 champions and start buffing the attack on our Undead. And then what do we get rid of here? We just get rid of the courier. It's got stats, but we found a triple on the mech Murloc in the next round. We miss again, but then we find a KT in shop, which obviously we're going to buy. We sell the mech Murloc even though it's got stats. Take the KT, put it next to the Morose and start buffing our Undead that way. And what do we cut here? Risen Rider? Yeah, probably best. This guy's got 2 corrals already, so he's looking pretty strong. And we actually lose to him. We find another KT, which we can put next to the Mummifier. And we beat Galacrond. It's a pretty crazy turn here. We hit the triple obviously, and then we hit the triple again, and then we've got the triple in shop. So our board goes from being full to being 3 units in one turn. We hit the Summoner, which is brilliant, and Silivas, which we just use to discover a spell and then get rid of. Find a Stomper in the shop. I think we just play the Stomper and the Summoner here. Use our passive, yeah, Stomper and Summoner, and then we position like this, so the Morose gets eaten first, it'll summon another one, and then yeah, the Mummifier will give Reborn to it. So now we're looking pretty strong. We've got upper hand running. Yeah, we managed to kill him, and now it's just top 2 now. We find Titus, which is really good, and we just have a Reborn Golden Morose either side of KT now, which is like giving us a lot of stats. What's it say the percentages here? 64%. So there's a 20% chance lethal here, so he could die. And he snipes the Titus, which is not good. Our Morose are fairly strong though. Whew. It's close, very close, we nearly died there. From here on out we can't really even do that much. We freeze the 2020 in shop and have the non-reborn Morose next to the KT, and we win again with a bit better odds. Stick the 2020 on the Titus. Not much else we can do. 84% chance win. The Mummifier goes straight into the poison, which gives the whole board Reborn. So I'll just let this fight play out now. We ended up getting 3 firsts and 2 fifths in this episode, and we nearly got to 2000 MMR. I think we got to 1.9, just under. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.